Hi everybody. So today I just want to share about I think the last 2 weeks I have been really busy with like Christmas celebrations, and I think this week especially it's been really tough because I think mentally I'm not really in a very good space. So it's the last week of really 2022, and there were a lot of things that I was going through this whole week in my work because it hasn't been so smooth this week, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. And I've been spending a lot of time at home these few days, and I realized I really am not very comfortable with staying at home. And I think that's why I didn't feel really very good, and I was just not in a very good space mentally. And I think today it's really like a challenge for me just to come on to the camera to do a video. And I think the more I don't feel like doing it, I think the more I should. And that's why I decided that I'll just do a video today. And I think to make matters worse, right, now my house upstairs is doing renovation, so it's a bit noisy in my background, and I hope that you can just bear with it, just for a while. And I think right now I just want to share something that came up to me last week. For the last few weeks I've been really reading a lot about resting and being lazy, because I have this tendency to feel like um, I'm when I'm not working, right, I always tend to feel like I'm very lazy, and that like I really struggle with not working, and I think it's really very hard for me. So I think I was very blessed the last 2 weeks when I had a lot of confirmation about whatever that I was going through, whether it is laziness or whether it's resting. And there was a lot of peace to know that actually I'm resting, not being lazy. So I thought that maybe this is something that I want to share, and I hope that it might also help somebody and benefit somebody. Okay, so there was this one day that I really was just like, I think I just felt like there's this word rest that keeps coming up to me. And I think that's when I started to, like I went to Google and I found an article that talks about, the difference between resting and being lazy. And so I'm just gonna like read out what I read that really made me feel a lot of peace, it gave me a lot of peace after that. And so the article says that, when we are resting, we are in the moment. We recognize that the success of our lives is not dictated by any destination, but rather our onward trek up a spiral where we revisit points of difficulty and triumph, always from a different level and vantage point. We rest when we know it's about the journey. So whereas for lazy, when we are being lazy, we would rather be anywhere but in the present moment. The pressure to win the race of life exhausts us. We feel the resistance and we give up. And then it also says that when we are resting, time feels sufficiently long, and when we are lazy, time feels too short. There is always regret. And I think that was when I read this part, right? It is something that I think at that moment I really resonated with the part about resting, because I think all this time when I am not working, and I tend to feel like I'm not giving up on whatever goals that I have, but it's more of like, this is a journey. It's not just about that point, but it's all about like at different points I have different things that I need to overcome, and it's the journey that's more important. And true enough, when I'm resting, I tend to get a lot more things done than I usually won't if I am lazing around. And also the article say that when you are relaxed, your energy is grounded. People you admire who have also found the kind of inner success you feel in this moment gravitate towards you. So in other words, you attract a lot of like positive energy, positive people around you, people who are like you, who are like-minded to be around you. And when you are being lazy, though you are not accomplishing much, your energy is frenetic. Okay, you attract lower energy beings. Okay, so being around people who are lazing around, somehow you feel like they are draining your energy, they are just like, yeah, they're just taking energy from you, and after that you just feel so tired. Or the other way around, when you're lazing around, you might be draining off energy from other people, and people might just feel so tired to be around you. Okay, so that's one sign. And when you're resting, you feel peace, you notice more things, which I think during this period of time when I'm resting, I notice a lot of things that I usually wouldn't notice, like how I'm so uncomfortable with not doing anything, and like how I am just I just cannot sit still. And when I sit still, right, I realize this period of time when I'm resting, I tend to be very conscious about the thoughts that go into my head, and I tend to reflect a lot more on, like, what are these thoughts? Are these thoughts really from God, or is it just something that is there just to distract me? Yeah, so I am very, very conscious about that when I'm resting. Yeah, there's a lot of peace also. And when you are being lazy, you feel angst, you notice less. Okay, so you tend to, people who are lazy, you tend to feel like you're very angry, very, like, frustrated most of the time. Okay, and so there's a big difference between resting and being lazy. When you see clearly from a place of rest, it requires you to let go of your agenda so that you can tap into the bigger, wiser world that's happening around you. And the other holds your desires as the only ones that count. You hold your agenda so close, you become a deer in headlights. Okay, so this is a very interesting one. So it says that, when you're resting, right, you don't hold your agenda so close. You kind of let go of your agenda for that period of time so that you can look into the bigger picture. Yeah. Okay, at that point in time, you let go of your agenda so you can actually look at it at the bigger picture and allow the higher being or whatever, like, or God, to really come and tap into your world. Yeah, so that you can actually experience more stuff, right? But when being lazy, you tend to just hold on to your own agenda so close that, because you're holding on to your agenda so close, that it also paralyzes you at the same time, and that you just cannot think properly, you cannot come up with very good proposals or very good ideas, because you are being your own, you're just like, just stopping yourself from really experiencing more creativity and experiencing more stuff. Okay, and last thing that I wanted to share is really to let yourself rest more. And when you let yourself rest more, you will always feel very renewed, very refreshed. And also, the most important thing is to rest is also letting go of perfection, and just be okay. You have to be okay that things are not perfect and things will not be perfect, and be okay with that. And only from a place of peace, okay, only when you have peace can you reach rest. Okay, and if you're constantly searching for something, you'll miss it. You'll miss the meaning of life. So the next time you feel the urge to procrastinate, observe the feeling itself. You're procrastinating, and we all will procrastinate, and it's okay to procrastinate. Okay, but it's just that at that moment when you procrastinate, you need to figure out why you are procrastinating, and you listen to your inner voice. Yeah, and when that happens, okay, just tell yourself that it's okay, just try anyway, and yeah, you're doing great. And the most important thing, if you need a break, it's okay also, just take a break. Yes, and I think this is a very much needed recording for myself as well, and I hope it blesses you. And yes, and if really you enjoyed this video and you have any other insights about resting and being lazy, just feel free to share in the comments below. And thank you for enduring the noise of the renovation, but thankfully it stopped halfway through. So thank you, everybody. See ya.